everyone, I am Marla Pino Alforque and I welcome you all to our EDUC 614 class, Rural and Urban Development. Before we start our class, let us first define the words rural, urban, and development. What comes to your mind when you hear these words?
Rural, as defined by Oxford Languages, it is an adjective in, relating to, or characteristic of the countryside rather than the town. Urban, as defined by Oxford Languages, it is an adjective in, relating to, or characteristic of a town or city. Development, as defined by Oxford Languages, it is a noun, the process of developing or being developed.
How about when you hear the word rural development? Probably the first thing that springs to mind is the contrast with urban areas and the image of open spaces, either in a relatively natural state or cultivated or grazed by livestock. According to research, rural development is a process leading to sustainable improvement in the quality of life of rural people, especially the poor. But in this class, rural is defined fairly broadly. It relates primarily to areas that have a relatively low population density compared to cities. Areas where agriculture and related activities usually dominate the landscape and economy, and places where transport and communications need to cover relatively large distances, making travel and service provision relatively difficult and costly. However, our definition also includes the towns as opposed to cities that are located in these areas and which are linked to them culturally and economically by acting as a focal point for people living in the surrounding areas, places where they can meet, exchange goods and services, and find transport to larger urban centers. Rural development generally refers to the process of improving the quality of life and economic well-being of people living in relatively isolated and sparsely populated areas. As a concept, rural development connotes overall development in the rural areas with a view to improve the quality of life of the rural people. For me, the need for rural communities to approach development from a wider perspective has created more focus and a broad range of development goals rather than merely creating incentive for agricultural or resource-based business. As a phenomenon, rural development is the result of interactions between various physical, technological, economic, socio-cultural, and institutional factors. As a strategy, rural development is designed to improve the economic and social well-being of a specific group of people, the rural poor. And as a discipline, it is multidisciplinary in nature, representing an intersection of agricultural, social, behavioral, engineering, and management sciences. Therefore, rural development is defined as a process of developing and utilizing natural and human resources, technologies, infrastructural facilities, institutions, and organizations, government policies and programs to encourage and speed up economic growth in rural areas to provide jobs and to improve the quality of rural life towards self-sustenance. And let us always keep in mind that the keywords for rural development are process, method, program, movement, and community development. Now, let us define urban development. Urban development is defined by faster lifestyle, increased technology, and high population density. It also has a higher employment rate compared to rural areas. Lifestyle in urban areas is considered to be fast-paced. Urbanization also includes having more advanced technology and science, where people have smartphones, laptops, tablets, desktops, and faster internet connection, and many more. Urban development also covers infrastructure for education, health, justice, solid waste, markets, street pavements, and cultural heritage protection. These constructions usually form part of specific sector programs, including capacity building measures. Special attention is also paid to slums of larger cities. Rehabilitations and reconstructions comprises in particular social infrastructure following natural disasters or conflicts. Let us always keep in mind that the first and foremost reason of urban growth is increase in urban population. Rapid growth of urban areas is the result of two population growth factors. First, natural increase in population, and second, migration to urban areas. Both internal and international migrations contribute to urban growth. Now, let us discuss the difference between rural areas and urban areas in terms of development. Once again, this is Marla Pino Alforca, and I hope you've learned something from me. Thank you and keep safe.